In this video, we're going to explore the Linux date command. This command is used for displaying and setting the system's date and time. By the end of this video, you'll have a solid understanding of how to use the date command effectively. The date command is a versatile tool available in most Linux distributions. Primarily, it displays the current system date and time. A key feature is its ability to format the output in various ways, allowing you to customize how the date and time are presented. Furthermore, with appropriate permissions, it also allows setting the system date and time. The date command is a part of the GNU coroutils package, which includes essential command line utilities for Linux systems. Let's look at some basic examples. Typing date in the terminal will display the current date and time in a default format. To check the version of the date command, use the command date version. This will show the version number and confirm that it is part of the GNU coroutils. Let's start with some basic examples of using the date command. Simply typing date in your terminal will display the current date and time. The output includes the day of the week, month, day, time zone, and year. Now let's see how to display the time in UTC, which stands for Coordinated Universal Time. Use the command dateu. The U option ensures that the time is shown in UTC, rather than your local time zone. This is particularly useful when you need a standardized time reference across different geographic locations. One of the most powerful features of the date command is the ability to customize the output format. You can use the plus format option to specify exactly how the date and time should be displayed. For example, to format the date as year, month, day, hour, minute, second, use the command date plus %y-m-d%h %m%s. This command will output the date and time in the specified format. Another example, let's say you want to display the day of the week number, and year. You would use the command date plus %a week %v of %y. This will show the full weekday name, the week number of the year, and the year. Here are some common format specifiers. %y represents the year with 4 digits. %m represents the month as a number from 01 to 12. %d represents the day of the month from 01 to 31. %h represents the hour in 24-hour format from 2000 to 23. %m represents the minute from 2000 to 59. %s represents the second from 2000 to 59. %a represents the full weekday name, like Monday or Tuesday. %b represents the full month name, like January or February. Here are some additional format specifiers. %a gives the abbreviated weekday name. %b provides the abbreviated month name. %j shows the day of the year, ranging from 001 to 366. %u displays the week number of the year, from 2000 to 53. %z represents the time zone name. %z gives the time zone offset. %s shows the second since the epoch, which is January 1st, 1970. %n displays nanoseconds. Let's look at some practical examples of how to use the date command with different formatting options. First, to display the date in ISO 8601 format, use the command date ISO 8601. This will output the date in the format year, month, day. To include the time in ISO 8601 format, use the command date ISO 8601 equals seconds. This will output the date and time, including seconds and the time zone offset. Next, to display the date in RFC 5322 format, which is commonly used for email standards, use the command date RFC email. This will output the date and time in the format required for email headers. To display the date in RFC 3339 format, use the command date RFC 3339 equals seconds. This is another standard format that includes the date, time, and time zone offset. Now, to get the Unix timestamp, which is the number of seconds since the epoch, use the command date plus %s. This will output a single number representing the current timestamp. To convert a timestamp back to a human-readable date, use the command date equals at 16868853965. Replace the number with the timestamp you want to convert. Finally, let's create custom date formats for file names. The command date plus %y%m%d_%h%m%s will output the date and time in a format suitable for file names, ensuring they are sortable by date and time. For just the month and year, the command date plus %b%y will display the full month name and the year. The date command is also useful for performing date calculations. You can easily find future or past dates using the date option. To find tomorrow's date, use the command date equals tomorrow. This will output the date for tomorrow. Similarly, to find the date 3 days from now, use the command date equals 3 days. This will output the date 3 days in the future. Now to find yesterday's date, use the command date equals yesterday. This will output the date for yesterday. And to find the date 1 week ago, use the command date equals 1 week ago. Here's a note about supported time units. The date command supports various time units for calculations including seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, and years. You can combine these with ago for past dates or use positive numbers for future dates. Another important function of the date command is setting the system date and time. Keep in mind that this requires root privileges. To set the system date, use the command sudo date set equals 2023-06-1515 hours and 30 minutes. This will set the date and time to June 15, 2023 3:30 p.m. Alternatively, you can use the mmddm format. For example, sudo date 61,515,302,023.00 will set the date to June 15, 3:30 p.m., 2023. It's important to be aware of the potential impacts of changing the system date and time. Modifying the system date and time can affect running processes in scheduled tasks, file timestamps and logs, authentication tokens and certificates, and database transactions. It's best to use Network Time Protocol, which is NTP, for automatic synchronization to avoid these issues. The time detector command is preferred on systemd-based systems for managing time settings. Also, ensure you set the correct time zone before setting the time to avoid discrepancies. Let's summarize the key points we've covered in this video about the Linux date command. The key uses of the date command are to display the current system date and time, format date output for scripts and logs, set the system date and time, and convert between date formats and timestamps. It supports custom format strings with plus format, ISO 8601 format with ISO 8601, RFC formats with RFC email and RFC 3339, and Unix timestamps with +%s. The date command also allows for date calculations using the date option, including relative dates like next week or yesterday, and specific arithmetic like 2 days or +1 year. Here are some related commands you might find useful. Time detector is a modern systemd time management tool. Qclock is used for hardware clock management. Date helps synchronize with time servers, and cal is used to display a calendar in the terminal. For more details, you can use the command mandate or date help. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.